Hello everyone, we are back and here to react to RWBY Vol.9 Chapter 2. Last chapter was quite an interesting introductory chapter to the world of this wonderland.
We're in a storybook.
There's talking mice, which is a new thing for our fantasy characters.
You think at some point, the genie or whatever of creation is just going to be looking through their picture book and be like, "Oh, that's where it would too."
Actually, I wonder if
hang on, get out of there.
I wonder if we were talking about this about like where the genies or whatever the spirits of the
either the genies or the gods themselves,
something like that. But now I'm thinking, what if the genies like come from here, or at least like there's something from here that they are a part of. So it's like when they go into their bottles, they just hang out in this world or something.
We just run across them chilling. They're like, "Oh,
this is why
we can send you back. Give us a second."
Remember what you were saying about what was it, Metro Man or something?
Oh, yes.
It's the spirit of creation is like coming out of his area. It's like, this is why I didn't want them to fall. They found my net. They found my den.
We also have like a dozen people who fell, and we haven't found them yet.
Well, who knows? But they were down there for for a while, so maybe they've had like maybe they're the Alice in Wonderland characters. They've all become like ruler. Like we got the Red Queen, the Mad Hatter.
That'd be interesting.
I don't think so, but that would be funny. And
maybe Sean's with them.
No. What if those people that fell, Neo recruits all of them?
They're like, yeah, I want to become a criminal.
That would be wild.
Well, we'll only find out by playing the episode.
Yep. So, without further ado, let's begin.
So are we just gonna stand around thinking about this in silence, or... I know this place is weird, but a fairy tale, that's impossible.
Aw.
What we've seen is improbable, but that doesn't mean we're in an actual fairy tale. Are we seriously entertaining this? Do you have a better explanation for what's going on? Well, let's try to be more logical, shall we? We fell from the sky. Ruby made friends with a tiny mouse. Friends! Blake and I got caught by killer mines, and, you got your arm stolen by a, what was it that you said?
A talking raccoon riding on a purple wagon filled with trash.
Yes.
Rocket the raccoon?
No way.
Okay.
I want that.
I see your point of view.
Get that arm.
I am going to go over here.
Oh my god, no way!
Of course it's driving a little trash. Probably has the nightmare too.
I think Weiss is losing it.
You think?
Something about this is familiar. The girl who fell through the world.
Yep, that's this fairy tale.
I think we're in the ever after.
Is that what it's called?
That world is make-believe. It was just part of a story we all read as kids. It's not make-believe. It's where I live. Can you tell us more about it? Have you ever heard the name Alex?
And Alex? Is that a purpose?
In the story, Alex fell from the sky and met with the hunter mice. Got trapped in vines, fought a Jabberwocker, and got her knife stolen by a talking raccoon. Yeah, and then she beat the Red King at a board game. Met
The
the
Red
curious
King?
cat, the Rusted Knight, and finally got out through...
The tree.
So what now? Do we go to the tree, look for Alex, Yang's arm? Ruby, you're still missing Crescent Rose.
I'll bet the Jinxie Peddler has it.
Who?
The Jinxie Peddler? That's the only talking raccoon I know.
Do you know where he might be?
Weiss is losing it.
Of course. I'll lead the way. Right to...
Best guide ever.
So, the town is just ahead, right?
Oh no, we passed it like 5 miles
I've
back.
been thinking, if we're going to go to this town, we need to be careful. Alex didn't know their customs and ended up starting a war among the townsfolk. Trouble followed her everywhere she went.
Well, yeah, but she was kind of a mean person, right? She lied and cheated her way through most of the book.
She was trying to survive. The morals of those old stories are so simplistic. Either way, we need to tread lightly.
The town's just up ahead. The Jinxie peddler always stops by our village before he goes to town.
Do they steal stuff from you guys too?
Steal? Never. They just take the things we're not looking at. Fair's fair.
Sounds like a legitimate business person.
It's Jawas.
Did they manage to steal your arm anyway?
I was knocked out from the fall. When I came to, that sneaky raccoon had already grabbed my arm and ran off before I could stop him.
So would you say he caught you unarmed?
Aw.
How disarming. I guess we'll have to touch you. About time. For what? Nothing.
Aw. She knows.
Don't worry. We'll find a way out of here and then we'll go back home.
Hey, technically her home is like
Twice?
gone.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
all gone. There's nothing left for me to go back to. Just like Beacon. You did the best you could for Atlas Weiss. But it wasn't enough. We hatched a crazy plan that put a whole kingdom at risk, and we don't even know if we saved the relics from... Maybe John and Winter were able to get them out. Despite everything. Despite us. I know that Penny... I know that was a lot to hear.
I'm guessing she didn't say how.
mm,
So this is the entrance to the other acre, you called it?
Looks stable.
I don't trust it.
All we do is cross the bridge and we'll be, well, wherever over there is.
You don't know?
Nope. Never been this far from home.
Oh, maybe you should go back?
I wouldn't have any idea how to go back. Maybe I'll live by this bridge.
What?
I'll handle this.
What? Oh, his wife's about to lose it?
First house, gonna find my purpose in my best house.
Would you like to come with us?
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
I love this mouse. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Pieces.
We crossed the bridge pretty easy, but...
They're all pieces and
Just act like you belong, everybody.
board.
I've always wanted to be long, but I'm still just small.
There it is. So what's the strategy? Just start roughing them up or what?
Yang.
In the book, Alex had to barter with Jinxie for her dagger.
Yeah, I think I'd rather hit him.
Also, the townsfolk like each other.
Welcome, one and all!
He's adorable! And a lot older than I remember from the book.
I am Jinxie, and these are the finest treasures of the acre.
I don't see my arm. All of Jinxie's treasures are just other items in disguise, so that people think they're buying something extremely valuable. Okay. So,
I mean,
Which one is Yang's arm?
Why is it gonna turn out to be the
What
bunny?
does your heart tell you? That's how Alex knew. I mean,
twice.
That one looks roughly arm-sized.
And
Ish.
shape?
Ruby, there's something about that one.
First item. The diamond-studded rabbit. You! Jinxies.
How are we going to bid without any money?
That looks like a Lego
I
character.
don't think there's any money in the ever after. Jinxie just names whatever price he wants. What did Jinxie want from Alex? Her saddest memory. And her happiest.
Sold for a hug.
Hugs are very valuable.
Maybe this won't be so bad after all.
Second item. A golden scepter.
Wait.
You!
Huh?
The bidding starts at
No, I was the first one to...
knowing what it is to feel loved. A fair price for some, I'd say. Knowing what it's like to feel loved. By
Jinxie
royal
wants.
decree. Sold!
Wait, that's my arm!
Steal it back later.
Whatever it is, it's royal property now. No price is too high for His Majesty's birthday. Straight up.
We tried it your way, Blake.
No!
Ruby, what are you doing?
Bidding starts at enough hope to fill this jar.
Wait, enough hope?
No. Ruby.
You don't have enough, do you?
This mouse.
Little... Leave that alone. You can't touch it until the deal is done.
What is that?
Huh? It's a fake!
Oh, there they are.
I'm going for it.
Parry this.
There's that.
That's a weird sword.
I got it!
Is that sword
Ruby, come on!
going to start affecting Ruby? Ruby, first lesson of D&D, never pick up the cursed item.
Aw.
Those people take auctions very seriously. High five? High five?
We're doing the same thing Alex did. We're ruining everything.
Well,
That's
but we
your
escaped,
concern
right?
now? I've read so many stories. I never thought I'd be the moral of one.
Ruby?
It's a wireframe sword.
I couldn't explain why, but I was drawn to it. Great. Now it's raining on just us. That's it. We're getting out of this nightmare. Alex went to the tree, right? Let's go. I don't think it's gonna work like that. In the book, we are not in a book. And even if we were, you know how it ends. Right over there.
You have to follow the story.
Or...
Stupid tree!
Oh!
Yeah, already tried that earlier. You can't get any closer to the tree that way.
Well, then what do we do now? We've got my arm, but we still don't have Crescent Rose or the slightest idea how to get out.
This way! Somebody's sad! I'd be sad too, if I ruined the royal birthday.
These guys again.
Blake, what did Alex do next?
She
It's all in
Went to the
RWBY.
Crimson Castle. And beat the Red King at his own game.
So
Hands up, you treasonous birthday ruiners!
Okay.
We want to go to the birthday party. We want to go to the birthday party.
Well, too bad, because we're going to... Oh, yes. That's where we're taking you, as prisoners, for stealing royal property.
What if I offered you something better? The weapon of a powerful warrior.
Ooh, go on.
Not just a powerful warrior. The most powerful to ever live. She was touched by magic. She gave her life for thousands. She took a message of hope to the stars. And she saw the world through better eyes.
That's what that weapon is.
it's
Take us to the royal birthday and allow us to present this most precious gift.
is that what happened to her body?
Yes, by royal decree. Come on, then. You heard her. We've got a birthday to celebrate.
Really? Are you sure about this?
Look, we may not know exactly what's going on. But for whatever reason, this place is putting us on a similar path as a book we all read as kids. I say we follow it.
Hmm.
Stop pretending we know what we're doing.
Damn. She's no nonsense anymore. All right, to the castle.
To the royal birthday.
Okay, so episode 2.
I can't believe it took me that long to realize what that was. Like the color and the kind of like
Mhm.
computery wireframe.
Yeah.
I called out the wireframe and now it hurts. On top of that, what happened? What caused it to crystallize like that?
That is an interesting point. Yeah, it's obviously okay. I don't think the raccoon did anything to it, unless he did.
Which does beg the question: what happens if we find her body now?
But
If that's what happened to it when it is it because her body was created?
yeah, actually, maybe magic. Again, this is a magical world. Maybe magic is different. They haven't. I just realized they haven't used their semblances yet, have they? The only one I can think of right off the top of my head right now is Yang's eyes turning red. Which, does that have something to do with her semblance again? I think it does.
I don't know.
But I think that was just something to do with her emotions.
I feel like what is it? What is it? When they were trying to was it Weiss's weapon they were trying to get? Or was it Blake's?
Blake's.
Didn't Weiss have her weapon?
Yeah, Weiss had her weapon.
I can't remember if she tried to use any of her glyphs though.
She didn't. She just slashed at the... She was all out of dust.
Right.
Which, I don't... dust affects her glyphs differently, but it doesn't get rid of her glyphs. Also, aura. I just realized. Yeah, aura. Aura and semblances are the remnants of magic from the past. In a way. Dust is the crystallization / arguably fossilization of the previous magic of previous people on this planet.
So is that why it crystallized into a sword?
Maybe
shape?
that it's a dust sword.
But I've never seen dust of that green color.
Well,
off the top of my head,
again,
so.
this is different kinds of magic. So
And yeah, we haven't seen them.
I mean, to
try
be fair,
use
we also didn't see
symbols.
Penny. We didn't expect Penny's body to transform into a sword.
Are we gonna get like that moment where we find Penny's body is like entombed in crystallization, and we have a final sad moment? That's gonna be horrible.
No, I think well, I don't know how. Again, I don't know how much of that is Penny, if it is Penny. But like, it could all of it be Penny. Like, maybe Penny's soul is inside that sword, awaiting to be awoken or something. And maybe we get Penny back, but she's a sword.
A sentient weapon.
Man. It's literally like Penny's robot, then she's human, then she's back to, like, AI something, like, magical.
And now she is rock.
She is rock.
We don't have Skyrim on the rock yet, but we have Penny on the rock.
So, now, okay, I wonder, so, the character of Alex... Wait a minute. It never did say Alex...
What?
What if, when we escape the tree, we aren't in the future, we're in the past?
Time does seem to be looking a little different here.
What if Alex, the person and the girl in the fairy tale, is one of the Atlas people that Cinder knocked off and survived and fell down here? And then Ruby and everybody here. What if the fairy tale story is one of the...
I feel like they'd be in it at that point, though. It wouldn't just be Alex. But it does make me curious about one thing. What if they do... Okay, what if they do meet Alex, and Alex does go back in the past and writes the fairy tale? What if that is specifically written to guide them through here in the now? In a weird
like,
time
It's
loop.
like in, spoilers for Doctor Who, but like in the Angel episode, when the Doctor when the Doctor basically wrote his escape route for the Angels when the Angels captured him, sent him into the past, and then he met Sally, but he met Sally before he got sent to the past, but in the past for Sally was the future for him. So what if the past for Alex is the future for Ruby? And oh my gosh, that would be so wild.
I'm also thinking about what else could they do with that ability. Like, if they knew that Alex was going to appear in the past, what information or power could they give Alex that could affect the now? I don't even know what now is at this point.
But, okay, now here's the other thing. What about Alex is...
Also, the story is different, they said.
Well,
I think she said the raccoon is more...
older, so...
Was it older, or did she say
Blake...
older?
No, older. I think she said older. Because, you know, maybe we...
I was guessing that the raccoon was selling stuff, like, on the side or in the back or something.
No. I think it was...
like up front shop.
No. I think it was basically like older. Like maybe in the book he was described as a younger raccoon. So maybe, yeah, in the past, Alex is from the past. And
has already been here.
Yeah, she's already been here and gotten back. Somehow, now that I think about it. Which would mean...
the staff was used at some point in the past.
That would definitely... Somehow the staff, or whatever way of getting into that other world, that other realm of creation, leads to Ever After. And Ever After, maybe Ever After is the afterlife.
I like that this is so wacky that we could say anything and it would be as legitimate as anything else we say.
But I am like, I'm just thinking of like, where are they going with this and what are they gonna... I am actually now like fascinated by what the possibilities are. It's not like, you know, theory. It's like theories, but it's one of those things where it's like, there are so many theory ideas we could throw out here that any of them could happen and they all could be correct or none of them could happen. Like I could... Okay, but yeah, I like this idea that what if, because Alex is in the opening. Alex is the, you know, the girl or the child that falls through the world and ends up in Ever After. And now they are having to, Team Ruby has to re-experience the story.
Neo causes trouble and Neo is shown in the same shot as Alex. This is a weird question, but what if Neo turns into Alex and gets sent into the past? Gets a new life?
You saying Neo is Alex? And Neo is... What if... Wait. What if Neo
basically gets a new life, gets to be changed into someone else and sent back the name Alex.
Maybe. Now that's another... I gotta read that book. Does Alex talk? If Alex doesn't talk, if Alex is mute...
It's possible that it could be Neo. I get the feeling Alex talks in the book. I don't know. I haven't read the book. I don't have the book.
If it's Neo, then Neo could rewrite it to where she does talk.
I was also going to say Neo could be changed by the end of this and does gain the ability to talk.
I don't... See, okay, again, because it's just off the opening we're basing this off, because, yeah, Neo and Alex have this pose at the end. And I don't know if it's just an artistic transition or it's a
Usually artistic transitions like that are hints for something.
Yeah.
But we don't know what that something is.
But you might be... That could be something, because... Yeah, because Alex is in the opening.
It's magic. It's time.
I am wondering if Alex is in this current RWBY story, or Alex is basically going to be a, flashback of story. This also gives me, the Alice in Wonderland Disney movie live-action version. There was a... Do you remember that movie? You remember that movie, right?
I remember I have seen it.
Johnny Depp was in it, and it was older Alice. She was a grown-up. She fights the Jabberwocky. But what if... Oh my gosh, what if Penny is the Vorpal sword?
That would make sense with its look. The Vorpal sword, isn't it like a crystal or something, or like obsidian looking?
And it goes snicker snack against the Jabberwocky.
Penny's new catchphrase. Snicker snack.
And oh my gosh. Okay. And then we have what is it?
Okay, what is the Rusted Knight?
I have no idea. But what? Okay, so
actually,
hang on. No, I need to be on this theory. I need to hang on. Okay, so the Alice in Wonderland movie. In that movie, it was adult Alice. She was grown up. But when she went into there, she met the she
re-met the characters?
She re-met the characters. The characters in Alice in the Wonderland were acting like they had already knew this Alice. But Alice, for some reason, again, this is all based off this movie's weird writing, acted like she didn't remember any of it. But by the end of the movie, it's sort of revealed, I think, that she did have... She as a little girl, did go through Wonderland. And, did everything the same again when she grew up. She just thought of it as a childhood dream. But then she finds out it really happened. So, where was I when I had the start of this thought process? Something to do with Neo and Alex.
Neo and Alex having that shared shot at the end of the opening.
Yeah, but you were saying Neo becomes Alex. So Alex...
It's magic. We got Penny from a can and a bolt and a socket wrench became human. So we're dealing with human just becomes different human.
I know, but it's okay.
Also, there were potions in Alice in Wonderland that made her big, made her small. For all we know, we have a potion that turns you into a completely different person.
But yeah, I like this. What if Neo becomes Alex? And that is. I
don't think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be some other connection between the two.
Yeah. Neo
turns out to be Alex's long descendant.
Maybe. Oh gosh, I love her so much going through. I like how she's the logical one. She's trying to make sense of everything and she can't.
I'm trying to make sense of this world. Well, let me tell you. Fire is water and air is earth from 3 to 2 on Tuesdays on the 29th of December.
She knocked herself
only
out.
when February is winter for 2 days. It all makes sense, I promise.
I also, it's interesting how, like, somebody, I saw a comment about this, and I feel like this is not in, like, we'll have to see. But you know, in the opening when we see like Ruby's behind, and like everyone else is riding, and Ruby's just walking, she's dragging, she's not leading.
She's lost her hope.
Yeah, leading them apart from Alex, because Alex is the shadow person in the front. But in front is Blake. And I wonder if Blake is technically now kind of taking up the leadership position because she's the one in charge of the storybook. Like, she's the one in charge of remembering the storybook the best. So RWBY is still, like, taking up leadership positions, but it's more out of, not habit. I mean, she's still, like, the leader, but she's not, like, in the best place.
Yeah. Also, I want to talk about Weiss's situation. That was something that was like, I don't know if it ever actually crossed my mind at the end of the last volume to think about the fact that
Weiss lost her home.
Not just that, her entire kingdom.
Yeah. Like,
that place has to be rebuilt from the ground up if they even try to rebuild it. It might have lost all its ability to defend itself. That kingdom is potentially Grimm controlled. Like, there may not be ability to get it back.
Like, let's see. Vacchio, that's the new place. What was it? Haven, right? Haven was the last place.
I believe so.
That one got saved. But Atlas and Beacon have been taken out.
Well, okay. Watch as after all this is over and they get back, Weiss builds her new life and home in, like, the Faunus Island. And starts a new, like, bringing the people together and being like, the Sneedust Code has done terrible things. I'm stopping that, and I'm helping people, and I'm living among them. Why'd you say them like we're different? I'm working on it, okay?
You freaking Weiss colonizer.
I'm here to call that befriend the locals. Blake's just like...
So yeah, Weiss. That was, again,
I'm glad that was addressed. I just want to say that. Like, it went over my head that in the last volume.
Oh, no, yeah,
I'm glad it was addressed.
To be fair, I never, like, I don't think Weiss ever, like, Atlas it's one of those things where, like, Atlas was her home, but it wasn't her, or I should say Atlas was her birthplace, but not her home. But it was still where she was from. So it's one of those things where, like, you still have a sentimental value attachment to where you come from, even if you hate the place.
I feel like her hatred for her home started as she got closer to her teenage years, so she probably still has childhood memories of it being good to some degree.
Yeah, that's true. But still, it was not, it's like...
And other things as part of it, like having just grown up there, all those memories, everything from when she was young before she left the Beacon, all of that is, there's nothing to visit.
Which, yeah, actually, you're right, that is an interesting thing, is that Weiss has no more, doesn't have a home anymore. Like, RWBY and Blake still have homes they can go back to. But Weiss actually has now lost her place. She doesn't, like, she doesn't have a company to take over anymore. There's, like, everything that she, like...
No, sure. I don't know how wide the Sneedust Company was actually out.
Well, but her heir inheritance?
That's basically kind of...
There's, like, nothing...
Up in the air,
like,
okay, trashed
her name... Like, not that her name never meant anything at this point anyway, but it was, like, any of it is...
I can't remember, did Jacques die?
Yeah, Jacques was died. Ironwood killed him.
Right. It's been a minute since
we have not seen that, but we've been busy.
I couldn't remember if Ironwood had killed him or if he, like, died as everything fell. I couldn't remember.
No, it was Watts that died as everything burned and crashed.
Oh yeah, he
But so yeah, this I gotta say and also yeah, we have I can't believe you caught the raccoon stealing the arm thing. My God, that was so perfect.
It's like here's Yang's arm. Why did you have this? You said you needed it. What's the look on his face? What's the look on Yang's face? What's the look on her face?
I'll get that arm.
I'll get that arm.
Oh,
Now, when we were into a walking, talking tree, we're close with the puppets. When we walk into a walking, talking tree and its best friends,
I almost feel like I'm probably wrong, but I feel like there is a tree in Alice in Wonderland that talks. Or something. There's a lot of fantasy trees that talk, but I feel like Alice in Wonderland has that weirdness where maybe I'm thinking of like, although I am thinking of Wizard of Oz with Dorothy dealing with talking trees. So there's that. Which, you know, Wizard of Oz, Ruby Red Slippers.
Let's see what
Ruby Rose. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what are I'm trying to? I think the biggest thing is we're trying to figure out what the fairy tales that have inspired these sections are, and then how they're being incorporated. Because we have the Alice in Wonderland, blah 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 blah, Jabberwocky. We have the Red King in this section, but it's in a separate acre to where the mice were. So where's the section where the mice were?
What do you mean, like?
They're separated in acres, so like the Red King and all that is on a different acre.
Yeah.
But the mice are on their own acre, and some other story is on its own acre.
Yeah.
Is this all just Alice in Wonderland, or is like there other fairy tales?
Well, it's Ever After, is what it's called. It
it
does feel mostly Alice in Wonderland. Which, now that I think about it, the acre we were on with the mice is its own acre. Maybe was it the only one with a beach? Does that mean like all the other places don't have beaches, or I don't know. Again, so many things, so many questions. I am fascinated now. I'm like really excited to see what's coming up, especially now like Neo and Jean. What happened to them? We did not get that. We did not get that answered yet. We're gonna figure that out. And Neo, like, what is? Yeah. Okay. We can theorize all day.
Yeah, we're all gonna get answers from the future episodes.
So, but I'm like, I like the ideas we're thinking of, and I'm very excited to see if any of those happen. So,
I'm perfectly honest. I've thought of so many. I'm gonna forget 90% of them until the next episode comes, and then I'll have another 200. I like it.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and we'll see you there in the next episode. Bye-bye.